Welcome to game number 4 of this Double Cup semifinal between Tatoh and Vinchester. If you haven't caught the first 3 games, you've missed out on some wild games. I don't think one of these games was not a highly contested game that was down to the wire. Either player could have taken it for such a long period of time. This is Double Cup 3, Double Riverbed. We have Malians for Tatoh, Berbers for Vinchester, and if we look at this map, looks like we got this riverbed, we got cracked terrain, we got some fish out here swimming in the mud. This cracked terrain means these town centers take double damage, so HP is the same, but the damage that they take is double on this cracked terrain, I would assume. And then you got kind of these mountainous areas, these rocky riverbanks, and these lush areas on top on either side. And Berbers, pretty good civ in the Castle Age, so I think we're going to see people trying to get to the Castle Age. And it looks like Malians, also a civ that are pretty versatile, able to do a lot of things. So interested to see what the plan is for this game. Both players pumping out villagers as fast as they can. Both players gathering in food up top, I think. Oh, interesting. So a big portion of the gold, which there's not much of on this map, sits right in this mountain on the center. So that's what's key to this map. It looks like to me that likely we'll see Tatoh focusing on getting a lot up in this upper area, Vinchester getting a lot up in this upper area, and then pushing down into the middle a little bit, even though they're already in the middle. Just, you don't want your ecos and stuff out here in the middle. You want them up on the tops. And the center hill, there's only 13,000 gold here. 16 gold tiles. And you can't really place too much around this. Not space for a castle or a town center, I don't think, unless there's one right there, which there shouldn't be. Each player does have 11 tiles of gold by their upper town center, so they do have some gold control. Each player also has a couple tiles of stone, 9 tiles of stone, and there's some spare stones scattered around the map. Something I'm surprised we don't see a little bit more of is, since you have these 2 scouts, oh, I know why you don't see more of it. You could try an early scout rush with these 2 scouts, but realizing now why is because Dark Age scouts are terrible. I never knew that until like fairly recently. I didn't really know that. I kind of knew, like I knew scouts got a little bit of a stat buff when they got to the next age, but it didn't like dawn on me how bad Dark Age scouts are in comparison to Feudal Age scouts. I never really realized they were any different, especially in speed. They're very different. The attack goes up by 2. I think the attack goes up by 2 and the speed goes up by about 10 or 15%. Pretty significant differences. Neither player on the way up to the Feudal Age just yet. Both players have 35-ish villagers, 36 for Vinch, 35 for Tatoh. The question we're asking ourselves is, are we going to see the reverse sweep? And Vinchester walling up like a madman here. So he wants to make this an eco area, I guess. Walling up here as well. Okay. I don't understand these walls, because what are you going to do then? Like, wall this as well? I guess? I don't know. It's weird to me. Very weird to me. And both players on the way to the Feudal Age. Tatoh a few seconds ahead, but a few villagers behind, 39 to 41. And that just comes down to idle TC time, which these players always have on these maps. They don't start with the eco needed to pump out villagers, so there's always going to be some idle TC time. I'm not sure exactly what the play is going to be for each player when they get up there. We will see. Tato's reached the feudal age, and so has Vinchester. Now both players up, and so both players have a lot better scouts than they had just a few moments ago. Vinchester looking to take a fight and go into scouts. Let's see, Tatoh going into scouts as well. So it's going to be scouts from both players. Both players have made themselves somewhat secure. Vinchester has actually walled this whole area up with these walls. That is that whole area. Tatoh has not done so. He could wall across the front here, and this would actually all be walled up with a wall across here and across the front. So the walling's pretty equal for these two players. Tatoh didn't wall up down here, which I think makes a lot more sense than the walls that Vinchester made. It seems like an awful lot of walling for no measurable benefit. He's gonna wall like I don't know. Like the benefit's so tiny because you just run around the wall and then boom, you're back there. It's not something you can seal off. And so Tatoh, I like what he's done. He's put his he's made sure no villagers are exposed. And Tatoh looking around for some villager kills. Vinchester, so both players on the way to the castle age. Tatoh, minute and 20 away. Vinchester, a minute and 50 away. So about a 30-second lead there for Tatoh. 51 to 53 on the eco. Pretty similar. And Tatoh looking for another area to hit, but it's quick walled up. No hole there, and that's fully walled. Alrighty. I'm probably going to be a town center added in here, I would guess, and I would say a town center added in here. So we got kind of the same thing going on for these two players. One little house there walling all that in. Very defensible map. I can kind of see why things went the way they did. I think the civilization choices and everything. Berbers getting to castle age, getting into their strengths quickly. Malians also quick to the castle age. Very defensible maps. The Malians, a good civ. Now the question is, what do the Malians go into? It looks like monks. That's for sure. And for the Berbers, probably gonna be knights into potentially camels. Oh, it's just straight into camels. So we're gonna see camels from both players. No, camels from the Malians and knights into camels from the Berbers. Yeah, that was correct. Monks coming out. Monks going to be pretty important here. And third town center, fourth town center being added by Tatoh. Vinchester not yet doing so. So Vinchester going to be looking at a more militaristic approach, whereas Tatoh going to be trying to be a little bit more eco-heavy. Looking to find some damage and catch these off. There's no monastery being added. These two villagers, they survived. I don't know if all those walls did anything, though. Third town center now being added by Vinchester, and I would expect a fourth one back in here before too long. Now, the reason they're all just adding 4 is because you can always add 2 based on your starting stone. You start with 200 stone, and so you don't have to mine any stone, and you can add 2 town centers. Just take wood. And so I think that's why we're seeing a lot of 4 TC plays here. Tatoh gathering in the relics and gathering them into this lower area. So Tatoh's going to need to retain some military control at least. Camels do very poorly against monks, though. So this is not a bad play for Vinchester, for Tatoh. Going into these monks seems like a pretty good idea. However, he's gonna be struggling a little bit up here with not having the monks up here, and the knights are gonna be able to just dash around and get in there to these villagers if he doesn't quick wall somehow or another. He does. He does. They're going for the gate instead, but that gives time for the army to show up for Tatoh. And over here, where are the monks? Where are the monks? That is the question. Don't know. There are the monks. Okay. And the camels are running here. No villagers killed just yet. Eco KD 0-0. Now 1-2-0 in favor of Vinchester. Vinchester has lost a villager though at some point, but it wasn't killed by Tatoh. Sorry about the cough into the mic. The monks do really well against camels because they convert pretty quickly, kind of like a knight, but they don't have the attack of a knight, so they can't really snipe the monks off. And Tatoh has 12 military to the 13 of Vinchester, and he also has 2 monks, so he's a little lower, but he has almost 10 more eco. Now, the Berbers do get a lot cheaper camels, and now there's a lot of camels out for for Vinchester, more than Tatoh can match. So more monks I think are gonna be needed, and 3 monks. Okay, 1 monk's being added now by Vinchester as well. And the monks are gonna be a pretty important part of this. And eternal conversions and wow. On the one side, Tatoh was converting forever, and on the other side, Vinchester got an insta-convert. That is how Monk RNG works, my friends. Now Tatoh immediately decides to add an awful lot more military. Maulians do get really good camels, though, in the end, once they get all their upgrades, but that's later. It's an Imperial Age. They can keep pace in Castle Age, it just costs more, which is why Tatoh had to go for that bigger eco approach. He did so. It worked to an extent. He does have a higher population. He does have a higher population overall and is closely behind in the military, and does have these 3 monks, and does have 20 camels, which is not quite as many, but he does have 3 monks versus only the 1 monk on the other side. So the fight's fairly even for these 2 players, and oh, there is space for castles up here. I was completely dead wrong about that, and this is gonna matter, I think. This isn't a good fight because of the hill, but he just dances around and gets 3 conversions. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that was another really long conversion, and then just moves away. So it takes 3 kills, essentially gets 3 kills for nothing. The KD doesn't show it that way, but that's kind of the way it is. Big fights. Big fights, big fights. Another camel being taken. Just for nothing, dancing in and out, and then 1 camel going to be taken back by Vinchester. This is a pretty big fight. Let's see. Tatoh is holding the lead on this fight for now. It continues holding the lead, but the castle did go up for Vinchester, and that's what this fight was all about. It wasn't actually about the fight. It was about getting the castle up in the center. Tatoh backs away after having taken a good fight there, and he'll just heal up his camels. And so will Vinchester. Just pops him into the castle to heal up. And Tatoh dropping a castle of his own. Both players clicking up to the Imperial Age. Pretty much the same time. Another castle being added by Vinchester here. So that's important. Vinchester does have stone income. Tatoh, he does as well. I guess somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So... and this castle here is going to be much more vulnerable than this castle up here. Like, way more vulnerable. So it's actually smart to keep this back away. You don't want to be matched up head-to-head in this fight. You want to be as far away as reasonably possible. Although he does need to add some more villagers to this castle. Okay, they're coming. Or else it's not going to get up in time. At all. Vinchester, I like this. This is a really good move. He Every game so far has done this. He's dropping outposts, getting vision. Outposts are cheap. Vision is invaluable. And big camel fights, potentially. One castle isn't going to be enough. Tato's going to need 4, probably. Because he's got to get upgrades as well. No conversions coming in there. Upgrades coming in for Tatoh, and immediately Kasbah being added. That's actually really late for the Berbers. He should have had that a while ago. There's a hole here. Like, these camels can get in. There's lots of holes here. Okay, that's not tried to be walled up. And Tatoh ran over towards Vinchester's base, and now he comes running back. Heavy camel coming in for both players. Kasbah in. These camels looking to find some damage. Quick wall's gonna be added, but there's the villagers stalled out. Not enough. Okay, the quick wall's added there. Definitely villagers going down, but I think that was not worth it. I don't think that was worth it for Vinchester. He did get about 15 villagers there and didn't lose a whole lot, so maybe it was. But now he's gonna lose everything. And we have Farimba camels coming in. That's gonna be in very soon. Actually coming in while this fight goes on. Massive difference. Vinchester gonna get heavy camel, but there's no camels left. Vinchester loses 30 camels as heavy camel comes in. Now he probably is going to be able to take this area of the map. Now heavy camel in for both players, and Vinchester already has the same number of camels as Tatoh, but Tato's camels are better. 7 + 7 attack versus 7 + 4. And Tatoh getting some conversions here. 7 + 4 attack is not as good as 7 + 7. Alright, in case you didn't know, it's not as good. And this castle was pulled so far back, you can see the damage getting put in by these trebs. Massive damage. Tatoh gonna lose this whole bottom area of his base. I don't know why there's petards running around. Petards. Tatoh gonna lose this whole bottom area, and Berbers are strong. Berbers are strong. Loses this treb as well. He's gonna have to. These guys seem like practice partners. Seriously, they're just like. Petards are up here as well to blast through into this area, but there's nothing up here. Petards to maybe blast through into his base. Practice partners for sure. Yeah, this whole area is gone for Tatoh. So he needs to recognize that. He needs to run these villagers away. He needs to start worrying about fighting down from the hill. Get Haubs or something maybe. I don't know. Camel archers being added. It would be good if he was regenerating HP. He is now, right? Yeah. Those guys seem to be regenerating HP. Let's keep watching. Oh, they're not regenerating. Sorry, these guys need to be regenerating HP. They're not at all, no. Their regeneration was from the monk. Tato's lost those relics. Another castle being added on this hillside area. This fight, definitely not for Tatoh. That's +3 attack that they get. Not good enough. It's not that terrible, but definitely not for Tatoh. And Tatoh calls it GG. The score's evened up. What a game. Is Vinchester going to pull off a reverse sweep? Let's check the statistics. All right. Militarily, Tatoh not at all up to par with Vinchester. More military, more powerful military. Eco. Vinchester even had the better eco there in the end, and that's the focus that Tatoh took. The timings, better for Tatoh throughout, didn't make that much difference. The villager high, better for Tatoh, not good enough. APM 80 to 59. There's that APM difference coming in. I hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, please consider dropping a like on the video. If you want to see some more, subscribe. If not, that's fine. But you're going to want to see the conclusion to this semifinal. It's tied up at 2-2, so we'll catch you in the next one. See ya!